Hey, everybody, this is Mike Dalco, the CEO, continuously empowering others. I wanted to have a quick conversation about a better way. And I do these, I call them podcasts periodically because I'm a firm believer in this industry called network marketing. Now, let me make this very bold statement. Network marketing is absolutely not perfect. It's not perfect, it's just better. It's better in my opinion, but it's better. And I'm going to try in this brief moment that I have with you to explain why I think it's the absolute best way that I've ever seen to help the average individual become an extraordinary producer and change the lives for themselves and their family, people that they care about. Before I get into saying that, let's make some definitions about what is network marketing. Now, I want you guys to be extremely cautious when you join a network marketing company, not because, hey, Miss Monica Logan, not because it's something you should be fearful about, but you just need to be careful about how you pick and choose your company because your most valuable asset is your time. You don't have time to waste. Time is short. I mean, how many of you guys can remember when you were 10, 12, 15, 20 years old? And if you're like me, I'm 60 years old, and that 60 years, it just vanished. It just went like a blur. So we don't have a lot of time to be frustrated and angry with people and calling people names and treating people crazy when life is so short. I only have time to love and care about people and do my best to live my best life and help anybody that's interested and finds value in what I say live their best life too. And with network marketing, you get to let yourself shine. You get to brand and develop and be your best self. So, what is network marketing? Well, there are multiple definitions or monikers for network marketing: affiliate marketing, direct selling, multi level marketing, or MLM. And the thing with MLM, it's gotten a bad rap. People tend to say things about multi level marketing that are just not true. And the reasons why I think network marketing is a great way to break into the entrepreneurial journey and to give yourself a shot at the American dream or whatever country you live in that dream is because it's affordable in most cases, it's duplicatable, and then you get this teamwork environment where everyone wants to help you. I mean, whether it's upline or downline or sideline, when you have that same mission and that same goal in a company that you have a common interest in, people tend to gravitate towards the leaders and everybody wants you to win. It's a winning environment. And I want to dispel some myths and rumors about network marketing. There seems to be an assault on network marketing, and sometimes I wonder why. So let's just dispel some rumors. First of all, is network marketing a scheme or a pyramid scheme or a scam? Well, it can be if the people who started the company don't do their proper due diligence or they really didn't have the right heart and the right mindset when they started the company and they just did it for a money grab. But if a network marketing company has a product, a good or a service that's really needed by the community and serves a purpose and solves a problem, then that company is probably going to give you a really good shot at building something amazing. So, network marketing, is it legal? Well, answer is yes. Network marketing, also known as multi-level marketing, is legal in most countries, but it must comply with specific regulations to distinguish it from illegal pyramids. Now, the key factors in network marketing are you want to focus on the product. A legal MLM company generates revenue primarily through the sale of legitimate products or services, not just recruitments. Now, a lot of people they get frustrated and they say, it's your fault that I didn't succeed. Well, everyone has the equal opportunity. I got in a business a long time ago, and it was with this gold product. And when I joined the company, I was number 300,000 plus of the people who had joined. That means over 300,000 people joined ahead of me. And when they gave us information to share with other people, I shared that information as enthusiastically as I could with the information they gave me. So what they were telling me, I believed it. I put my money into the product and I shared it with other people and let them take a look at the product. See, here's the key. When someone shares an opportunity with you, you have the opportunity to say it's not for me. So don't waste your time blaming other people because you failed. Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. I failed at tons of businesses before, and I never, ever blamed anyone who shared the information with me. That's a coward. That's a loser. So if you see people blaming their upline or the person that referred them, they had the opportunity to say no to the opportunity. They looked at the information just like you did. So never get frustrated with them. There are people, they'll try to lambast you and criticize you and say nasty comments when you go live. Don't worry about those people. Just love them, pray for them, because they've not yet understood how to take personal responsibility for the things that happen in their lives. A good network marketing company is not going to have mandatory recruitment requirements. So if somebody tells you you have to join or you have to sign up people in order to earn, that's probably not going to be a legal and legitimate business opportunity. Participants should be able to earn commissions from selling products without having to recruit others. Every single company I've ever involved myself with, you've had an opportunity to acquire the product for yourself, and you could share that information with other people, and only if they buy the product and join the company do you earn commissions. Otherwise, it's probably not a viable business opportunity. And then consumer protection compliance. There are agencies that protect individuals from red flags, red flag illegal pyramid schemes. So if it has heavy emphasis on recruitment over product sales, maybe you want to do your due diligence there. Participants, if they have to pay large upfront fees with no real products, might want to do some due diligence there. But now, if there was a product and you acquired the product, now you can kind of rest, you can have a little bit more confidence that this particular company is doing something legitimate. Income is primarily based on bringing in new members rather than selling the product. That's a little iffy. So before launching, ask some trusted advisors, some mentors that you have before you get too deeply involved in it. But why do I think it's a better way? Well, number one, there's leverage. You get to share this business with people that you care about, love, and trust, or somebody is sharing with you that love, and trust. Now, let me share something right here. In a network marketing business, it typically has multi-tiers. And you tell someone who tells someone who tells someone who tells someone. Be aware that there will be times when someone deep in your organization that you may not have even known without the referral of other people comes into the organization, and because they have a bad experience, they may end up reaching up multiple levels just to blame you. Again, don't worry about it. That's a person who has not spent the necessary time to personally develop themselves, and they don't understand the business model. Leverage simply means you sharing it with as many people as are within your sphere of influence, and if they like it, they'll join. And when they do, you benefit from the efforts of other people. Also, what I think makes networking amazing is residual income. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a job, and I'm not bashing jobs because thank God for jobs, it can be a blessing. But if you have a job, you typically get paid for the hours that you work. In a network marketing business, you do the work one time, and if you do it right, you get paid over and over and over again with that work. I love network marketing. Personal development. I had a mentor. I keep his picture back there on my desk, Mr. Ty Best, Dr. Ty Best. And he said, Mike, seldom will you make more than your level of personal development. And it's a level playing field. Two people get in the same business. One person has an extraordinary experience and has just incredible income opportunity, and another person gets in the same business and all they do is complain and whine and say, oh, this is terrible and you didn't treat me right. Same business. How is that possible? Well, one person is putting in the time and the effort to develop themselves, and that other person is just looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. And then there's potential for freedom. Typically, if you work a job, you work for 40 years, 40 hours a week, and retire on 40% of what you couldn't live on when you were earning the full 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not freedom. I've seen people get in this industry of network marketing, and they ran all the way to freedom. My mentor, Dr. Ty Best, said his wife never had a job since Ronald Reagan was president all the way up until the day she died. And Dr. Best himself retired in the early 80s, and he never worked another day in his life until he passed in 2013. So it can give you freedom. And Dr. Best used to also say, I'd rather have 1 year freedom and give this opportunity all I've got to have 1 year freedom than to work until I die. And then I love this one. You have the ability to pass the opportunity on, that blessing. You can pass it on to someone else. And then you always want to look for a mission that's bigger than yourself, because the ultimate goal is significance. So my parting statements to you are, don't join a business for money, join it for passion. If you don't believe in the business, don't join. If you do believe in the business, don't let anybody talk you out of your opportunity. You are in control of your destiny. A guy told me on one of my YouTube clips, he typed it in. I guess he thought he was insulting me, but I didn't take it personally. He literally said, I've been with you guys for 10 years and I'm still broke. I don't know what to really do about that or to tell you about that, because it's a level playing field. Some people win and some people don't. But folks, isn't that life? Even in life, some people win and some people don't. Your success will mirror your personal development and your work ethic. So don't play the blame game. And then I'll end with this. The tax strategist told me this. I said, I was complaining about the tax code. And he said, Mike, in the same tax code, there are individuals in this country, and I live in the United States, that have maximized the tax code. They came from absolute abject poverty, and they won in life. He said, how did they do it? Did they have some special advantage that others don't have? He said, even you. He said, weren't you broke when you were born, when you were little? Yeah. He said, and did you make it in life? I said, I'm doing okay. He said, well, how did you do it? Did somebody give you something? And I said, no, they didn't. And he said, yeah, so everybody else has that same opportunity. They can choose to work hard and make something out of every opportunity that comes their way. He said, you saved your money while other people spent their money. And then you took your money that you saved and you put it in investments that grew. He said, other people chose to spend it and go on vacation. He said, you can't take responsibility for other people's actions. So network marketing gives you a chance to have a level playing field with an opportunity and a product that you can distribute and duplicate. And hopefully, if everything works out good, you can have great success. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others, asking you guys to have a great day, and we'll see you on the white sandy beaches of the world. Goodbye, everybody.